Good morning. It's Friday, June 5th. This morning, I was in Proverbs chapters 11 through 14, and I wanted to share on chapter 11, Proverbs 24 and 25. There is one who scatters, yet increases more. And there is one who withholds more than is right, but it leads to poverty. The generous soul will be made rich, and he who waters will also be watered himself. I know a lot of times in churches today, pastors are trying to get rich. They will teach a lot about giving, hoping that you put a lot of money in the offering. I tell you how rich you can get if you just give. God will make you rich. And that's not what the scripture is talking about here, and that's what I'm not talking about here either. But I want us to understand, it says, there is one who scatters, yet he increases more. The man who freely gives to those who need, the man who doesn't hold on to what he has, whether it be time, energy, wisdom, finances, whatever God gives him. The man who scatters, God will make sure he has. It says, yet he will increase more. It's just a spiritual principle. God is looking to bless people, so he's looking for people he can share with that will bless. He's looking for people who are willing to give, so he gives to them so that they give. And it just keeps working that way. If you give, you will receive. He'll make sure of it, because he wants people to receive, so he gives to those who are willing to give. And then it says, and there is one who withholds more than is right. In other words, we need to save. We need to take care of our families. We need to be wise. But the guy who just makes sure he just saves more than what's right, he refuses to give, and he's always trying to hold on to, it says, but it leads to poverty. Interesting. You can save and save and save, but the Bible promises it will lead to poverty. It'll lead to poverty of the soul and your bank account. And then it says, but the generous soul, he'll be made rich. The one who gives from his heart, the one who gives what God has put into his soul, the one who gives whatever God has given to him, that man who holds on to it lightly and is willing to share and doesn't enjoy it, he'll do it in joy because he finds out God just continues to give. Again, not to get rich, but to continue to give. He gives that we might be givers. It says that one, he who waters will also be watered himself. How does he get watered? By God himself. By God. God's the one. If I'm willing to water others, God will make sure I have the water. I am watered. It's kind of like you have a watering can to water the plants. And there's always a hose bit that will fill it up. No matter how many plants you have and no matter how much you have to water, if you have running water, you will always have the water to fill that can back up. If we're watering cans to the world, if we allow ourselves to be vessels that water, God will make sure that we'll water, that we have water in our soul. That's my prayer. Lord, help us to be a giving people. Help us to be a people that are instruments that you might give to the world through us. And in the return, we always have what we need, but we're always giving it at the same time and receiving. Help us, Lord, to be like that. Thanks for listening to me today.